WarHammer Darktide.
A looter-shooter set in the brutal, dark, gothic horror universe of Warhammer 40k.
From the developers of Fat Shark, known for their game Warhammer Vermintide 1 and 2.
If you're looking for a place to purge heretics in the great God Emperor's name,
seek no further.
Today was a victorious day for gaming.
Pound it.
Brother, get the flamer. The heavy flamer.
Alright, so let's just get graphics out the way.
Let's get into it.
What do you think?
I think the game looks great. The overall environments, I'm not much of a Warhammer guy. You're the Warhammer guy. To be honest, I don't know anything when it comes to lore.
Yeah.
The environments are super dark, super gritty, but it still pops in certain ways. You know what I mean. You know what to expect here. I don't.
I think it looked really good, and I think it ran very good. I mean, I had a little trouble with my internet, but that was purely my internet's fault. Yeah. But other than that, it ran smoothly for me. And I'll say, like, the aesthetics they used, like, even just on some of the guns, the sights, the way it looks like in Arch and stuff, like, that Warhammer theme, the ships are amazing.
Wonderful.
They really did good with bringing the feel of Warhammer.
I played Vermintide. To me, this game feels more all around. Yeah,
chain axes,
this is what I lean towards of when I think of Warhammer, not Vermintide. Vermintide's a good game.
Yeah, I mean it's separate. It's fantasy.
Yeah,
those universes aren't connected.
But man, they are hitting an improvement here. This is a wild game.
I genuinely believe this is the best Warhammer. I mean, 40k wise, the best Warhammer game we've gotten in quite a long time.
Graphics are stellar. Some of those opening cutscenes.
Scenes are fantastic, and just the gameplay over around the colors, like with the green flamers, the heavy flamers, like the explosions. It looks phenomenal. Like I haven't had any problems. I don't have any complaints about the graphics and the design. I immediately just give it a 9 out of 10.
You brought up like problems in general. I think I had some problems, but I lowered my overall like dead body count.
Yeah.
And I've been smooth ever since, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10 for this. I think they killed it. It fits the vibe. It's perfect. Wonderful setting for a game like this.
Yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree. They did fantastic. I mean, I don't think there's much more to say on the graphics. The game looks great. It plays great.
It does feel good.
The blood splatter's nice. Like the
I had to
flames
turn
and the
mine
colors
down,
are
but
nice.
It's nice. It's nice.
But yeah, and you don't have to have an insane rig to run it. You can run it on lower settings and cut stuff off the blade. So.
Absolutely. With that, we'll move on.
Yeah, let's get it.
Solid.
Alright, so meat and potatoes, gameplay, sound design. Let's kick it off. What'd you think?
Alright, first thing I want to say is the sound design is kind of nuts, bruh. I think it's literally the environments that you're in. Sometimes the room will have like an echoey sound.
Yeah.
So when you're facing hordes, you're literally like, you do not know which angle they're coming from because the sound is coming from all angles. And it's just like really impressive. And it has me like on the point, like I'm swiveling.
Yeah, no, you hear a dog bark and you're just like, it's like, damn it.
That's somewhere. Yeah, it's somewhere.
It's somewhere.
Careful, kindred! This place be a nest!
It was violent! Forward into the unknown!
Dude, sound design, they killed it, man.
No, the guns sound good, dude. Those laser guns, like the last cannons and stuff, man.
Yeah.
The chain swords sound great. Like, oh, they sound good.
You can rev them up too.
I feel another headshot.
The voice
Rev
acting.
them up. Oh, dude, wow.
Dude, this really awesome.
Was not expecting that.
Really awesome.
It's stellar, dude.
Like, I love that you hear all your characters saying different stuff based off their classes and backgrounds. Like,
Yeah.
something about screaming like for the Emperor and like for the Emperor of Mankind.
It gets deep.
It's so nice. Charging into a horde of enemies, screaming these dialogue lines. You're just like, yes. Like, I felt it.
People on the
Felt
surface
good.
might look at this game as just another, like, 4-player shoot 'em up, but it really isn't. It gets deep pretty quick.
No, I'll say they took a lot of inspiration from games like Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah.
In that multiplayer sense. And I mean, you could definitely look at this, like, I think they chose Nurgle, like, as the Nurgle enemies because it is zombie-ish.
Yep.
So it makes it easy for a game like this, which I do think is a little lazy. I'd love to see more, like, Slaneshi demons and things of that nature.
Is that
like,
the super, like,
pleasure.
erotic ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Okay.
But so I would like to see him delve more into things like that, like the crazier side of Warhammer. But this was an easy intro, and they needed to make it available to a lot of people to popularize this genre and like this franchise as a whole to the mainstream community. So like, all for it.
All for it.
But even then, when it's just like basic zombies, it's also still not just a zombie game. Like the bosses, like the mini bosses, are still Warhammer. You have like the random encounter demons, you know, that are like you fight Nurgle Beast or Beast of Nurgle, and
That's wild.
yes.
I never got to see one of the beasts, but I did get to see the demon.
You got very unlucky. We played a lot of games together, and like literally my first 3 games, I saw like all the variety types.
I only saw
immediately.
that demon one once, and that dude f***ed us up.
Yeah,
pretty quickly.
It killed you instantly.
The game
But,
can get really hard pretty fast.
It's not just a zombie game though.
No.
It puts it off as if it would be just like a zombie game, but it's not. And it
really
definitely shows it when you play it. Like you realize quickly,
The
it's
game
not just
has
playing
real
COD
depth.
zombies,
Yeah.
or Left 4 Dead. You know,
No.
like to me, like as far as like looking at it as a zombie game, this is what Back 4 Blood should have been.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
That's the first thing I thought of when I was playing this. I was like, this is because, you know, when I went to play Back 4 Blood, I was thinking, am I just too old for these kind of games? Do I not have the attention span to just do the same repetition? But no, dude, 'cause I love this game. Like, I'm hooked on it. I love it. I'm going to keep playing it well after we review it. Like,
Darktide knows what it's doing, and it does it well.
does it very well.
It can pull you into that endless loop. The game really doesn't end. It doesn't have an end point. You know, it's
No, it's a multiplayer game.
mission-based multiplayer. Just keep going, and dude, it's really solid. The guns
they have,
the loot,
fantastic.
It's class-based. I'm pretty sure, right? You can only get certain things.
Not a lot of them.
Not a lot of them. There's
Like I can
specific
still,
weapons.
as like the priest guy, like
Yeah.
I can still have a like
Excuse me.
sniper rifle. You know, like I can still use those. I'm just not gonna be as effective with it as you. know?
Yeah, but weapons are dope. Weapons are
And
clean.
like the loot and level up rewards is nice. I really like it.
Yeah. Upgrading weapons through the central hub, we'll get into that. But the general different kinds of weapons they have are pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Each one feels different.
It's a lot of variety.
We put
They
like
all
what,
feel
like
unique.
10 hours or so, and I haven't seen a duplicate weapon yet. I've only used different weapons each time I've gotten one.
Fair enough. I mean, I've played a little more than you, so I mean,
Okay.
I've had some duplicates
Yeah.
and stuff, but I mean, they're
But
all
it's-
unique.
They have different
heavy,
stats,
yeah,
though.
they're made for different reasons. Like a heavy sword, a heavy big sword is used for striking down bosses. Meanwhile, a quick small sword is used for like crowd control,
Mhm.
and it shows. Like the axes play very differently, chain weapons play very differently. Like it all shows that these things are used for a specific build and a specific type of way you're trying to play,
Mhm.
or if you're going on like a specific mission and you're trying to build for this one boss fight or just tons of enemies.
God bless you. The loot is tiered colored too as well. So
Yeah, and
higher
then you can
colored
upgrade
tier
them.
has like specialty bonus stats that add on to it, which is really cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they did
And
great.
the
there.
upgrade, I missed that at first. You
Yeah,
actually
I had to show
me
you that.
That was you're like 4 levels below me, and you had to show me that.
No, that's great. I think they nailed it there. That whole central hub.
I loved it. It's great. It reminded me of like, kind of like Destiny style, like Deep Rock Galactic, like
the
just
tower.
the hub area.
Yeah.
But you're in this giant ship, and it's so Warhammer, and
everyone's
it
a
looks
prisoner.
perfect. You see the servitors going around, like the one training lady.
Yeah.
Lady is a servo skull, and like that's awesome to me.
So clean.
I mean, what else is there to talk about here? Like the classes. The classes are good.
Classes are great. They have a
What are the
veteran
names?
soldier
There's
guy.
the Ogrim.
Is that the big dude?
Yeah.
Okay,
The Ogrim. The vet.
That's your typical soldier guy. The priest, who you played as.
The priest is who I am, and then the psyker.
The psyker, yeah.
Right.
They're crazy.
Yeah, they're very cool.
Each class is very well done with a very
well
good
done.
skill tree.
And I liked how they did the skill tree, and like for a game like this, I thought it was really well made.
Couple of different build options, once you level up a character fully.
Yeah, you actually start being able to make builds. You have your ultimate that is different for every class, of course. You specialize in different weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Like it plays very nicely, and I'm curious. Like I want to go through and play every class to see what they had to offer. Because naturally, I had to start with just like a straight up priest guy, man. Like I'm a fanatic.
Your guy talks so much. Like it's literally
it's
the
about
priest
the only
class.
thing that matters to God for mankind.
He just screams, and I'll look out at a horde, and Dalton's in the middle of it by himself,
awesome.
swinging.
It's exactly what I wanted in this game, and I got it.
And he's just screaming and laughing.
But I did think, like, I really appreciate them adding the Ogrim, though, because, like, that's a really underappreciated race in Warhammer.
I've shot him a lot of times, thinking he was an enemy.
I did the same thing.
I've emptied clips and being
I thought
like,
the AI was being stupid, and I just kept unloading. I was like, wait a minute.
it's just one of our teammates.
Yeah.
It's still a good class, though.
But yeah, great class. Like, I'm really glad they got some love. So,
dude, like I said, man, I am not the biggest Warhammer guy. I wasn't super stoked for this game. I wasn't against it, but it has thoroughly impressed me.
Stoked. I was so hyped for this game.
You know what? It has impressed me. I am a new big fan of Warhammer. And,
yeah, I can't wait to introduce him to all the lore and books and tabletops and games.
They probably got some good DLCs coming.
I'm curious to see what they do with that. I'm really curious to see what they add and where it goes from here. Because this was such a great start to me. Like, Vermintide started making this more mainstream. And then with this game, they really did it and made it available to the common person that doesn't have to know anything about the, hundreds of books there are.
There's a lot.
Or the, literal, 50 years of lore that's been building. You don't have to know any of that to come to this and enjoy it. But now, because of its popularity, it's going to bring more people into this. And I'm so happy about that. And I cannot wait to see what happens after this game and Space Marine 2 comes out, and now Warhammer's in the front stage. I'm so excited to see
Warhammer's getting the love right now.
And I can't wait to see what comes out. So but, I mean, overall, what do you give Gameplay?
Dude, it's a fun, intriguing, very good replayability. It's a good loop. I'm gonna have to give it like a 8. I really do. I really do mess with it.
It's nothing crazy innovative or anything. It's nothing that just blow you out of the water, new mechanics or anything like that. It's all.
It has its moments.
Fairly decent. I mean, yeah, it's Warhammer, the game like this, but it's well above average.
Yes.
And they adapted it so well into this that I'm definitely giving it an 8. It's not perfect. It's not the best thing ever, but if you're looking for this type of game, like a looter shooter,
co-op with the lads and your friends,
the co-op with this game, I absolutely love it. So I give it a solid 8.
We gotta say it real quick. It ran pretty well day one. I'm sorry we have to say that nowadays, but
dude, we really do. It ran really well for
day one, man.
And I mean, once I booted up my 3060 and put it on Ultra, and I was
just got better.
Oh man, it was beautiful.
But with that, we'll close out gameplay. Good job, Fat Shark.
Yeah, a great job. So we're doing a little bit of a new segment with this game, and it's going to be world building. So. Because it's such a huge part of this universe and this franchise, so let's talk about it. I know you were pretty new.
This is all you, my boy. I mean, I can put in little things.
I mean, this wasn't like a galaxy or nothing, which is another thing I think was a win. This wasn't like a galaxy that was just like incredibly important to the lore. I mean, there's a million galaxies, you know. I'm pretty sure the lore behind this one was it was really f***ed up from a warp storm that came through, like a rift opened up by it, and this is kind of like the remnants.
Okay.
And I know, like I mean, I know you were like in a prison, you know, but I don't know the area. But overall, like for 40K lore and like setting up in that universe, they did absolutely phenomenal. Like character creation in a multiplayer game like this, they added character creation where you choose your name, the world you come from, how you ended up as a prisoner. Like you got to choose your entire backstory, and that was awesome to me. That was such an unexpected surprise.
It was so in depth and so left field that when I saw that, I like literally was instantly drawn into the lore of the area. Maybe not 40K, it is 40K, but what happened here?
Yeah.
And I ended up, when the name came up, I had to go with a Warhammer name because I was so invested in what my character's backstory was. So I looked up a Warhammer generator, boy.
Yeah, like I came from an ocean world. I was like a naval officer.
Yeah.
You know, like I ended up talking shit, not believing some people. Like I could basically accuse someone of being heretics because I'm a fanatic, and that got me labeled a heretic.
Right where you start the game.
So.
And I was like an elite squad member, you know, and I lost a lot of friends and stuff. So I said like one thing about the Emperor.
Unacceptable.
And I'm just in prison now. And I was like, dude, this is really like freaking dope. Like I f with that a lot.
Like every little set piece they have, like every little place you go to, the ship. I can't trust the ship.
There's a lot of depth behind it, man.
It's so Warhammer.
A lot.
And like it is cool. I always love, like, especially like the books and everything. I love when you have a Warhammer game that goes this hard, or like any kind of Warhammer media that goes this hard, and it's about more of the regular people. Like you don't have a legion of Astartes or like a squad of Grey Knights going through wrecking everything. You're not in Terminator armor.
No.
You're in rags with guns, dude, and you're fighting.
You start off in rags.
Well, I mean, I call them, they're not Nurglings, but like, I mean, it's the peasants of Nurgle.
Zombies.
You know? Like, it's the plague bearers, basically. And I love that aspect, like, because it fits. It's such a good way to make a zombie game for Darktide. It's just like, yeah, dude, Nurgle released the plague. And you have like your generals in this army and stuff, and you have your occasional Nurgle Beast and Daemon, and it just fits.
It fits so well,
and
dude.
I feel like I'm in that universe.
Speaking of enemies, Nurgle and everything, the enemy design,
I liked it, man.
nuts.
I liked it. I thought they really did good. Like I said, me personally, I want more because I'm such a nut, and I thought it's a really easy and cool way to bring this to the front stage.
Yeah,
and it's a really digestible way for people who don't know what this is.
Zombies, let's go.
Right, and then they throw in like the Beast of Nurgle there. You know, they start introducing that lore. It makes it way more digestible. I do want to see more stuff because there's so much.
The game keeps popping off the way it does.
I wish a boss was like a plague bearer, a space marine. Like I want that.
That would be nuts.
Please give me some DLC with that, please.
What's the Dark Knight Space Marine you showed me? You had me look them up. I don't know. I'm not trying to put you on the
Black Templars, maybe?
No. They were like deep blue and red.
Oh, the Night Lords.
Night Lords. Yeah. Those dudes are f***ing clean, bro.
Gnarly.
And I don't know anything.
I'm not even
I know. I wasn't trying to pull you off. That's just what it reminded me of.
Yeah. I mean, so I would love to see some more. I would love to see a little more and give me some more. But like, for a first game set like this, and to do so well and be such a mainstream game, like they nailed every aspect. They put enough variety while making it really digestible and easy for newcomers to take on and see. And it gives people like me, like fans, and people that are more fans of me, enough to also really just sink their claws into and just dig it.
Oh man,
like I love
this guy was hype.
I was very hype.
This dude was hype.
I think they did absolutely phenomenal with the enemy design, and the bosses feel great.
Love the mini bosses.
Some of them are so hard.
Oh yeah.
God, like some of the bosses are so tough. And I mean, I remember accidentally hard carried. This was not intended, and I was fairly low level, but I ended up hard carrying a bunch of level 1s because out of nowhere, we just kept getting like mini boss after mini boss, and I was the only one left alive like 3 times,
This
and
game-
managed to pull it off. I was like, they are just wrecking these level 1
That
people
game
right
can
now.
get hard fast.
But it's RNG too,
It
though.
can get overwhelming very fast. You think you're tough, and then you're not really quickly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
true. Yeah, you up that difficulty scaler, and it's
Ooh,
instant.
boy.
Huge change.
big change.
I cannot wait to see what it looks like at max level with a full build.
You got to get up
Fighting
there too.
hordes.
It's worth it. It's a grind. You got to
It's
get
a
up
grind,
there.
but to me, it's not a horrible grind. Though.
No,
you
no,
progress fairly
it's a
quickly.
good progressive, worth it grind to get up there. But that
I
stuff's
thought it
probably
was great.
nuts.
Like I felt like I was in the.
World
of
building
WarHammer.
is solid. Another killer thing. I'm going to give it a 8. And I realized that I gave them a 9 for graphics. I'm gonna say an 8. I did not mean to say 9.
Okay.
8.
Yeah, I'm
So
honestly
8's all the
for
way
world
down
building,
right now.
just because I'm so hyped and I'm so happy with how they did this. It's a solid 9 for me.
9 for you.
Because like I said, they made it digestible and added more than enough. So,
As someone who doesn't know anything about what's going on, it has me super excited and mega intrigued, and I want to keep playing it. And yeah, I think that's a stellar good job. I think it deserves an 8.
same.
Hit it with a 9. I think that's it for world building.
Let's move on. So we're also giving this game the category of replayability because I mean that's
We have to.
the whole concept of
It's
this
the
game.
meat and the potatoes, my boy.
I mean it is. It's like the whole concept of this game is
just like Vermintide. You're going to
replaying
be
these.
redoing missions.
and you're replaying a lot of the same maps. But one thing I noticed, I only noticed this on 2.
Say
the
it.
one I know is the furnace map,
Mm-hmm.
but halfway through, all of a sudden it was different. Like we didn't go down the same avenue we went for when me and you played because this
Mhm.
one was when I was playing on my own.
Yep.
We went down a certain room and did our own thing. When I replayed it, I was like, okay, I know this map, I know where to go. No, just kidding. That was a totally different place, totally different
They
little
switch it
ending
up on you.
scenario. I was like, damn, like
Has me wondering.
yeah. Now I'm like, how many variations are there of these maps? Like
It's
how
probably a good
different can
bit.
they get? And I was like so nice.
And then
That's so cool.
on top of all that, RNG mini bosses that
Make
will
it
literally
huge.
come out and smoke you.
Like make it a huge
They'll
difference because you never know. It keeps you on your toes.
they'll
When you hear
swipe
that
the whole
scream,
party, bro. Oh,
I'm like, shit.
dude,
demon
they'll
host.
wipe the whole party. And the big bosses, dude, are no joke, bro.
That was what was funny because that's also what killed me is we played so many games together and you only saw one.
The demon,
And then it's
what's it
like
called?
you had to go do something. The demon host.
Demon host.
And
yeah.
you had to go do something, so I played a solo game,
Yeah.
and these level 1s literally got 3. They literally got all of
The
them
very next
that I've
game,
seen
yeah.
in one game, and I guarantee it was their first game because they were level 1, and I was just like, these people probably ain't even gonna play
Ain't
again
gonna
after
play
this.
again, dude. It's
I was like, so it's crazy. Like, I mean, it's
very
awesome.
well done.
And I don't care what level you are, like it stays at that intensity, and it only gets higher.
Just
Like,
because you're replaying the same objective mission, definitely it is not the same.
no, it's not, and it feels that way. It
Yeah.
shows.
Just because you got the same objective, man, does not mean it's going to be the same way you did it last time.
No.
And I think they did great there.
And the tiers with the difficulty, I think they did really well.
Yeah. Very, very Vermintide-ish. I would say more deep rock.
Even on like the lowest difficulty, like it is way easier. But it
can
can
still get
even
caught.
still then get hard. And then level 2 is like pretty moderate. I'd call that like normal mode. Of
Dude,
other games.
I thought I had it. I was like, what of
Yeah.
the 3?
You're like, let's go to 3. God.
First, around the
God.
corner, we all died right there. Right there. Insane,
That was
dude.
gnarly. Dude, I know that this isn't replayability, but like you can get thrown off the ledge and you hold on and someone
Yeah.
has to come rescue you.
Mm-hmm.
When you die, you
Yeah,
get
let's
sent
bring that up
behind
real quick.
enemy lines,
Yeah.
and your team has to progress to that point and untie you and rescue you.
Similar to the closet from
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead.
Like those were just nice additions.
Wonderful.
Extracting feels awesome.
Oh yeah, it gets
Like,
hectic when you're
yeah.
running to the extraction objective, and there's just like 150, 160 zombies chasing
We had some
you
pretty
down a
cinematic
dude.
moments happen.
So many
Like,
good
it was
ones.
cool. Again, it just puts you in that world. It makes you feel there, and it feels great.
Very, very atmospheric. Very well done. Replayability is definitely. It's not my type of game.
Yeah.
But it's up there. 7 out of 10 for me.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
All right.
It's just not my type of game.
Honestly, I'm probably pretty biased here just because of how much of a Warhammer nut I am. But if you have any interest in Warhammer, like, this will suck you in.
Yeah, it'll pull you.
I mean, again, I give it a solid 8. Like,
Gotcha.
I mean, I really think this game is overall, like,
really well done.
Yeah, like every aspect of this.
Good job, Fat Shark, man. You guys really did it. I played Vermintide, and this is a way different game.
It's different and the same. So, we're gonna move on to everybody's favorite category.
Micro tease, baby.
You ready?
Yep.
How do you think they did them? How do you think they went about it?
Microtransactions usually don't hit me as hard as, they hit my boy over here. But
I get very angry.
all these microtransactions are cosmetic. There is no, I didn't see no boost to stat.
And there's not a lot. There's not like an absurd amount.
No, it's all cosmetic for specific classes.
I think they're gonna cycle out too.
Yeah, they are kind of expensive.
They are pricey.
$20 a piece.
Warhammer's always expensive.
But yeah.
Was it 20 or is it 15?
It's definitely more than 10.
It's like 15, but you have to buy the $20 package, something like that.
I'm gonna say middle of the road here, 5. I'm glad that they're cosmetics. There aren't any skill ones. It doesn't really interest me. But yeah, I'll give it a 5.
I mean, I think they did them how I expected.
Mm-hmm.
There's no battle pass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which
I can't believe I didn't bring that up.
I think that this game would benefit from a battle pass if they do it right. I think they need that for the longevity because this is a game like me. I mean, you paid for it, so that's one thing.
How much was Deep Rock?
40.
40. That's right.
You said Deep Rock. Darktide.
Oh my gosh.
It's similar, but there's no pay to win at all. Purely cosmetics.
Yeah.
And then you can unlock a lot for free in your game.
You can. It takes some time,
I bought the cosmetic for my class just because I want to support this game. I'm playing on Game Pass, so I didn't buy it in the first place. I want to support this game. I want more. So I had no problem paying for that cosmetic because it looked cool and I just love it so much. I enjoy paying money for stuff like that on games I want to support.
Support the games that you guys love for sure.
I mean, man, like, it's not predatory. Like I said, you can unlock tons of stuff just by yourself for free without ever investing money into it other than that initial price, or unless you have Game Pass, and you can play for free and never put any money into it.
I don't want to lie here, but I'm pretty sure you don't even have to go access the microtransaction section at all. Pretty sure you can just walk right by it.
I think it might give you a prompt to look at.
I can't remember if it did or not, but it's in a secluded
and
part.
It's not just like a store.
No.
You gotta go to a man and look at it.
You gotta go. It's a specific area.
And I have yet to, when I load up, it be like, boom, new cosmetic in store, go buy me.
No, hasn't happened.
That. No experience boosters, nothing like that.
I'm gonna give it a 6 for that. Actually, I'm going to 6.
Fair enough.
I'm going to 6 for that.
I mean,
that was nice.
It's microtransactions. I don't really want them in games in general.
But it's the day, it's the world we live in.
I definitely understand and appreciate them in long-running games when they need that money to keep up that support and keep those servers going and keep adding new content. If they do them right.
Yes.
So like, I wouldn't be mad if they release a battle pass for this after a bit. And some free updates. I want free updates. But I will happily pay for DLC for this game. I will happily occasionally buy microtransactions for this game, like a cosmetic. Don't ever put pay to win in this game.
No, don't.
Don't ever get predatory with it. Don't put it all over my screen. Leave it off to the side like it is.
It's
and
perfect.
I say you're doing it right.
Yep.
Like, you're 8 out of 10 again. Like, to me, this game is overall great. Just leave it like it is on that dial. Like, there's always the chance. So.
Fat Shark, you had a good release. Everything's good so far. Keep it up.
Give me more.
Give my man some more.
Give me more.
He needs it. And with that, we'll move on to our final numbers, the final review.
Overall, this was a fantastic game to me. I solidly give it an 8 overall.
The Emperor would be proud.
He
7.5. 7.5 for me. It's just not my game.
I think it's well above average for these types of games, especially
absolutely.
the amount of shit pump out.
Oh yeah.
Like, the combat's clean, the world building's awesome. Like,
Thank
the
you for it
dialogue's
being
great.
optimized.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Finally optimized. Like,
Thank you.
wow. So crazy nowadays.
Good job, Fat Shark. For real.
It's
I
not
know I keep
predatory,
saying that.
microtransactions.
Yep.
Like,
You guys.
It took a gaming genre and a type of game and really adapted it well for this universe, and then added some to it. Like, absolutely fantastic. I want more. I only give it an 8 because it's not perfect.
Yeah.
It doesn't, as a Warhammer fan especially, it doesn't give me everything. But it shows me the beginning of something hopefully brilliant. I want more. I want to see more. I want more shit like this. Like, give it to me. Let me see what you got. Like, give me one that I can rate a 10. Please.
Absolutely. I mean, you guys have played many a game like this before. Left 4 Dead, Vermintide. What are some other games like this? Deep Rock.
Deep Rock was the whole, like, inspiration from the way they set up the missions,
Yeah.
the way you extract and your progression.
With all that, I think this game is very much in a lane of its own from all those.
Yeah, it still feels different enough.
It's very solid. But good job, guys.
Yeah, as
sure.
always, you know, we want to thank everybody who's watched, everyone
Classic.
who's liked and subscribed. Like, you mean the world to us. Want to plug our guys at the Command Center.
Always,
They're still putting
baby.
out a podcast every single week, every Tuesday.
Doing good.
Check them out. Talk about everything from movies and fights to new technologies. I mean, they're awesome to watch.
We have a new movie review coming up. Our first one.
It'll be coming out in the next few days.
Avatar: Way of Water, baby. Our cameraman Chris is in it. Say hi. Classic. All right. Victorious day for gaming.
Absolutely victorious.
Pound it.
Kill